Hello, this is Backclark97. I am doing my second figure in the Assassin's Creed series. Funnily enough, this is actually the first figure of all the Assassin's Creed figures that have been done, because he's from the very first game. Now, this is a figure of Altair. His full name, Altair Ibn Ahad. It's from the very first game, Assassin's Creed, which started off the whole Assassin's Creed franchise. It's quite an old figure now. It's still by the same company, Player Select. So let's take a look at the figure. Okay, I got this figure online probably last year now, maybe even before then. I didn't get it as soon as the game came out. When the game first came out, I wasn't really bothered. But when I got the figure, and I got the game, I loved the game, so I bought the figure. And when I bought the game, I think the second one had already come out, and Brotherhood, I think that had pretty much just been released as well. So I was quite behind, and then I got Assassin's Creed Revelations as soon as it came out at Christmas, and then I'll be getting Assassin's Creed 3 when that comes out, hopefully, which is October, I think. Maybe September. It's either September or October, which is a good time for it to come out, really, for me, I suppose. Okay, so let's take a look at the figure. It's a very nice figure. It is of Altair, not Ezio, although they do look very similar in the facial area. But yeah. The one I'll start off with the thing that I don't like about this figure is the face. The face is exactly like how Altair looks, but they've over exaggerated the beard, well, the little bit of hair there, and the moustache. They're a bit over exaggerated because they're not that distinct in the game itself. But yeah, it's a great figure. Of all the figures you can buy, this is probably the most toy-like one. This is probably the one that's the sturdiest, I suppose I'll say. Because of it having so many different pieces, I suppose, it would be quite weak if you thought about it. That's what's happened with the other figures. They've become quite weak because of the amount of things that are on there, which was probably the worst part of the Assassin's Creed 2 figures. And I'll talk about that in a minute. So yeah, I'll probably start off with the accessories, because I'll probably have to remove all the accessories to show you the joints. In the game, you can have quite a lot of throwing knives. You've got 4 throwing knives. You've got 4 throwing knives here. You've got about 5 throwing knives there. And then you've got another set of throwing knives, I think 4 more throwing knives there on the leg. So that's quite a lot of throwing knives to have for a character in a game. There's also the dagger he has in the game towards the end. He does have a dagger right at the beginning, which I don't think it's this one. But yeah, this is the one he has during the end of the game. This is a stronger dagger. That's removable. Comes out there. That's very nice. It's floppy. Sounds wrong, but yeah, it's very floppy. So it's quite, I wouldn't say strong, but it's less likely to break if you do that too much. Sometimes it just snaps if you do that. Okay, so I've removed that just to show you the articulation. I don't want them to drop off or break. Okay, so you've got 4 removable hidden blades, but the rest of them are actually just glued on. So you've got 1 hidden blade there, 1 hidden blade there, hidden blade there, and a hidden blade there. And they're all just the same little mould that they've used 4 times. And then you've got the sword. The sword is actually rather big. It's a brilliant sword, this. Yeah, it's not as detailed as the Captain's sword from the Brotherhood series, but yeah, it's a nice sword, yeah. And then, it's not an accessory as such, but this is the hidden blade. Now, the hidden blade in Assassin's Creed 1, just Assassin's Creed, Altair's hidden blade is actually different to the hidden blade in Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and then the hook blade in Assassin's Creed Revelations, they're very different to this Hidden Blade. But the way they've done this Hidden Blade is a lot better to the ones than they've done in other figures. In other figures, it's been the one that it slides up and down, but then it's removable. But this one isn't removable at all, but it just slides down. Which I think that's better because it's a lot stronger and it's not going to snap. Which I think that's a lot better. And then they've got the missing finger, so that moves down. Because they're game figures, they are very accurate. So yeah, that's just fantastic, that is. So there's all the different holsters there for the hidden blade, for the daggers, to the daggers, and there's the rather large sheath for the sword, and then that holster at the back for the dagger. Okay, so you've got movement here at the head. It's a ball joint, it moves up and down slightly, but only a bit, and then swivels up and down and outwards. You've got this that moves up and down, and then 360, and then you've got the wrist that the hand that moves around, but it doesn't move a lot. So this. Same on this side. All this one's got more movement. There are actually several different hands to swap for here. I won't show you those because they're not really anything special. The knee moves up and down and round and round. The foot moves up and down and does a 360. The legs do move up and down, but only slightly. But you don't really need them to do that, if I'm honest. They don't really move out either. And then you've got movement here. I think that's at the waist. It might even be at the thigh, but I'm not quite sure because this is in the way. But that does a 360 as well, almost. So yeah. So it's a very, very nice figure. It's very nicely done. If I just find the sword back in his hand, and put all the daggers in. So you've got all the sword, the little throwing knives. They're not daggers, they're more sort of throwing knives, which he can't really hold in his hand because his hand's too big. But they are more sort of just for show. Which that's probably the only downside to that part of it. They look cool, but they're very loose in there. They're just going to fall out every time you move it around, which is why I'm trying to be so careful. They stick out at the end slightly, which I suppose that's to give them more grip. This is probably the only figure with lots of accessories. The Assassin's Creed 2 figures, they only came with the removable hidden blades, and that's it. And then they've tried to incorporate more stuff with the more recent Brotherhood figure. They've done actually another Brotherhood figure, which is the exact same mould as the one I reviewed earlier, with a different paint job, and without the sword they've given you a crossbow, which I would buy it, but it's exactly the same, and at the moment I'm waiting for the Assassin's Creed Revelations figure, so when that comes out I'll be straight in there doing a review. But we're reviewing this figure now. So this figure is very accurate. It's very accurate to the game. I haven't played the game in ages. It doesn't look like this in Assassin's Creed Revelations. Not exactly like this. But yeah, it is very similar. This one's darker. In Assassin's Creed Revelations, they've made him sort of look a lot lighter, which I suppose is okay. But yeah, Altair is actually my favourite of all the Assassins. My Xbox has actually got a skin of the Assassin's Creed Altair all over it, which I bought for about £7, which is very nice. I can review that, show you that, but you know, it's quite old now. So yeah, thanks for watching my Altair figure review. I'll also be reviewing the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood figure. I don't think I'll be reviewing one of the Assassin's Creed figures. I won't be reviewing the Assassin's Creed 2 figure of the Ezio in the black uniform. Mainly because most of the parts on him have actually fallen off. The paint is just ridiculously loose. I think I had it probably 2 weeks and all the things have fallen off it, and it doesn't look very good. But I will be reviewing the other Ezio figure from the Assassin's Creed 2 range, which I got probably about 12 months ago, probably a bit less than that. But yeah, please check out my other Assassin's Creed figure review. Check out any of my other figure reviews of Batman or the Avengers. I have also done a few game reviews of Batman Arkham City. I shall be doing a few more, although I have completed the game. And I'll also be reviewing the Assassin's Creed Revelations statue of Ezio, which I'm looking forward to quite a lot. Thanks for watching. Please comment and rate my review. Cheers. Thanks for watching.